All right, hello guys, and welcome back to Mr. Cat. This is going to be game number 2 of a best of 3 of the upper bracket playoffs. Sig.Trust versus Warriors Gaming Unity. Warriors Gaming took game number 1 off of the back of an awesome Sven pick, and I'm excited to see what we've got in store for game number 2. I'm going to be your caster, Annie, aka Android, and I'm being joined this time once again by Modpax. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Hi.
Game number 2. See if Signature.Trust can turn it around. I want to say they've had some pretty good games. Like, we caught it the other day and everything. So I'm certainly not fully expecting it too well. But man, Warriors Gaming, these guys have been kind of on the up for a while now. Had some very good performances, a couple tournaments, knocked out a couple of those bigger names, like in some of those qualifiers we had for a long time, from like basically way back to ESL 1 Manila, like right up to ESL Frankfurt. Epicenter was in between, a couple like those WCA kind of stuff, and all those little tournaments and brackets. Warriors Gaming were always someone who you never wanted to go up against, as even the tier 1 teams, just because it's something they might pull out here. So Signature.Trust, they have a tough. Oh no, well, we're going back. We're doing it again.
It's happening. Oh god. The Warriors Gaming, they've got first 2 picks. They go straight back for their Sand King Invoker. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Wow. That is interesting.
I'm getting some wicked deja vu right now. I'm scared.
I would be shocked if they did not ban Sven. I'm sure they'll ban Sven. I'm sure they were aware that Warriors Gaming wouldn't go Sven in the first 2. And Nana's Invoker is, I'll allow it. Like, his Invoker is good enough that you can take it first, but in some situations, like, maybe if you had someone who just loves a lot of different mid-heroes and you just wanted to pick Sven in the first phase, I think this would be a good enough reason for it, frankly. Warcry's so good. Okay, that's a good mix-up, right?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I don't know how successful it's going to be because Warriors Gaming did a good job just kind of being where they needed to, not overstaying their welcome, spare that one Winter Wyvern kill, but I mean, I don't really know how aggressive Axe is going to be. If he goes in the jungle and gets his Blink and Tranquils and whatever he needs by like 11 minutes even, then he just jumps out. Who does he find?
Yeah. That is part of this too, though, because we are now rocking Dire side for Signature.Trust, so that should help them out quite a bit running this Drow lineup. Should be able to secure Roshan, something they were not able to do just because of how quickly they kind of lost map control there. So maybe they could run one of these position 4 heroes, like probably not an Earth Spirit in a game like this, but something like that. Someone who's somewhat survivable, can go down bottom. Maybe like a Mirana in the 4 who can still soak on that bottom lane for a little bit before just, using Leap to escape, kind of a deal. Let Axe go straight to the jungle and get a lot of farms stacked up and start heading to these towers. Maybe something like a mid Viper, something kind of mixing it up to really try and get the essence, of a Drow Ranger strat.
Man, mid Viper, that's filthy. Go cleanse
I don't
yourself.
think they're Viper pickers, though.
Yeah, I think they have a little bit of dignity.
That's unfortunate. That won't get you very far in Dota. Can't have dignity. It's only going to slow you down.
All right. Dusa banned out again. I think it can be pretty strong, especially with that Drow Ranger. So plop it out of the pool. Another ban coming out. Would expect some more range synergy for Sig.Trust. I think that kind of solo YOLO Drow only comboing with the Witch Doctor didn't exactly pay off. So we'll see if they want to take out any sort of big old range heroes. Death Prophet's still in the pool. Moonrunner, if they want to take her off lane, is still in the pool. Mirana as well.
Yeah, they're an interesting squad, these guys. They've just been like solo, just drowing every game. Just let's pick Drow, guys. It's like half their recent games. They just want to take that Drow first overall, and for some of those ranged heroes, looking towards, like, again, that Storm Spirit was someone they've gone with quite a bit. I like that IO band too. That's pretty smart, even though I don't think Signature.Trust run it, but you never know, right? I mean, everyone's probably been practicing that hero the more up and up that he's been coming with lately. Yeah, he's gonna get an Arcana soon, so that's another good reason to practice the hero. But there's always TA. There's still that Mirana. Again, the Wind Ranger I do like, even if it's not something you're commonly with, and they didn't pick a support first phase, so at least now they can snag Venge if they'd like it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just go full crazy mode and ban the Venge here, but I would not expect that. I'm expecting the Sven ban.
I would hope so.
I think either you have some sort of mastermind plan to go and counter that, because Warriors Gaming clearly have shown that they have felt comfortable with that game 1. They're going straight back into those heroes for game number 2. There's no reason to switch it up because they had pretty much every lane won. So do you think Warrior Gaming are going to go back for that Slardar or maybe switch that up?
I think Warriors should Like, I think they might leave this. Yeah, they're gonna leave the Sven, and the reason for this is because they're actually gonna fully push this time. They're
Okay.
not gonna allow him to get up ancient stacks. They're gonna get up some sort of like maybe a Chen enchanter, something along those lines. Probably not those two Sig because
Chen.
they have the axe, but like Signature.Trust needs something to go fast, like fast, fast, fast.
Sonic the
There's
Hedgehog.
no waiting. Yeah, exactly. Right. You can't allow a Sven to get out of control. So we'll see if Warriors Gaming are reading that and see if they want to allow it. They pick. Yeah, they're just gonna take it now, but. Good luck, guys. That's all I have to say. Again, much harder. Well, it's easier to execute, but your window's so small, right?
For Sig?
Yeah, for Sig. It's like, in an essence, the idea of being a draft strat with auras and all that stuff, it is easy in a lot of ways. Just, it's all about your rotations. It's not like it's a mechanically difficult fight to execute where it, like a wombo combo kind of a strategy, right? It's much more of a tactical execution where you need to have very crisp rotations. Your lanes have to go at least decent, and then you just need to hit that timing. You need someone on the team who's just yelling at everyone like, listen, get to this tower right now. We're taking this tower, we're pressing this advantage. Get a good sense of where you can and can't go on the map.
All right, so taking their time here with this third pick, dipping way into their reserve time, trying to see if they want to go for Ultra Push. Enchantress is still an option if they want to get those early ganks up. I think that could be a nice little pusher. They're going to go for the Venge, which, again, with the Drow Ranger is just a really classic combo.
Yeah, they need it. Like, it has to be just Aura Gaming right now. there's no choice. I think they need a heal too. They might go Dazzle. They probably will go Dazzle. Actually, if Warriors Gaming picked Dazzle here, I would actually be so down with that. With Winter Wyvern being removed, you get the Weave for even more additional damage. You'd be denying the Dazzle for the push strat that they're looking for. Like, Shallow Grave on top of Axe is actually so good.
Lena.
They're going to go for the Lena, which I've seen them run a bit before. They like to run it in that 4 roll. So Sven, Lena laning together. Cute little combination. They still got room for another support. Warriors Gaming, what do you think they need to round out their draft? Dazzle?
I'm actually still okay with the Dazzle. Like, you're rocking that whole Dazzle Axe counterplay where it's like Dazzle's really good versus Axe early on and goes versus the rest of the team.
Although he can dunk through the grave, which is
that's
unfortunate.
the thing. That's the only counterplay that comes back from Axe's way. But the only thing is, like, if Axe ever tries to cut waves against the Dazzle, you just shadow wave the wave and it like murders Axe. It's hilarious. So that's why Dazzle's actually like mega good versus Axe in the early game. So. No, it'll probably be some sort of a setup stun, right? You want some sort of a pairing that can work well with Lena, and that is the YOLO. Like, this is what you need for Signature.Trust. Like, letting that Sven through, it's fully telegraphed Warriors Gaming what they want to do. They can also just go Keeper the Light from Warriors Gaming, too, and just be like, ha, sick push, guys.
All of a sudden, where's your crepes?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think
You
the
don't
last...
even need the setup position 5 because you have Sven. It's so good.
Man, I would still love a Dazzle for Warriors. For Sig, I think they need a bit more beef, especially coming out of that mid lane. Let's see a Death Prophet. I think you got a full YOLO at this point.
Yeah, Death Prophet might be too slow, honestly. I don't even know if you can wait for, like, numerous levels.
So
past
Viper?
Ultimate and everything. Yeah, like Viper I think would be much more sensible.
Alright. Warriors Gaming taking their time with that last ban out. They got one chance to make sure this Drow strat does not get off the ground. Last game, Sig just never really got a chance to shine. That Sand King performed very well in lane. Sven obviously given way too much freedom. Do you think Sig are going to run like an aggressive tri-lane to be able to stop this Sven?
It's possible, but I don't think.
Because, like, what's going to change? Like, how is this Sven not going to get beyond godlike?
I think they're gonna block the ancients. They're gonna immediately take their top tower, and they'll probably make a full rotation down bottom. But I don't think they want to start bottom. It's good as like they might do like an undying axe bottom kind of a thing if they want to try and apply some pressure and just leave the vengeful spirit top of the drow. We'll see.
Alright, Enchantress taken out. Not quite sure that's what Warrior Gaming we're looking for, but either way, we will see. Sig looking to round out their draft first. They need a mid with some damage. I think TA, Viper, both good, but they're going to go for the TA here. I do think that's going to combo well with the Drow Ranger. The problem is, can she actually get what she needs to in lane against the Invoker, who can pretty easily burn off those refraction charges?
Yeah, and I mean, it's snowballing hero, right? You want to get things going early on. You just want to win your lanes and start pushing, so get the Deso going. Okay. I'm all right with it. We can rock this Signature.Trust. It's not as like I think synergistic as like the Viper would be, but if they have a good TA player, then
Oh.
that's gonna be fine. Oh, cool. I like this.
I have not seen this dude for a while. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
dead hero. And so it will be Zaki hopping onto the Sand King then. All right, so I guess they'll just mix it up.
So we got position for Sand King.
It certainly appears that way.
Yay.
3 on the Nature's Prophet. And poor little sad Lena.
I mean, Lena's fine. Lena's all right doing her Lena things. She can set up for a really nice Stormhammer, or vice versa, Stormhammer into Lightstrike Array. So, TA versus Invoker. How do you think that's going to go? Like, assuming there's no huge gank rotations, is that going to be TA getting more than enough farm, or will Invoker be able to slap her down over and over?
I think I'm not much of a TA player myself, or an Invoker player for that matter. But either way, like it's all about levels when it comes to any sort of an Invoker matchup. Where starting off, his spells are also weak and everything like that. So as it progresses, I think refraction. There's some differences now that you can like read refraction, right? You can actually see how many charges are left. So that's kind of changed a lot of those more traditional matchups where it used to be more difficult. Someone like a Puck or a Lena used to get completely shredded by TA, whereas now you can actually like click on her and tell like, okay, I can hit my nuke now. And that's the kind of stuff that doesn't really have an impact on Invoker though. So slightly Invoker favorite, I'm gonna say, simply because Nana is like a god.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. We've got this ward here, mid lane Radiant, making sure that they always have that high ground vision on TA. I think that's going to help Invoker set up a lot of stuff. Let his 4Gs do the work while he just goes to town on that creep wave. Now, this Observer ward, I have a question about. The Radiant Observer ward near the side shop.
It's so it doesn't get dewarded.
30
Because
seconds
everyone
to
does this one to keep an eye on rotations and everything, and so if it's going to be really important as a Drow lineup to come down and make this rotation into the jungle, then they're always going to sentry here, and they want to know if they're being spotted coming in, so you ward over here or over here, so that it doesn't get spotted out, but you still get the benefit of seeing all these rotations come in.
Okay. Yeah,
It's also just in case there's either that tri-lane that you mentioned, or just the dual aggression of the Axe and the Undying.
Alright, looks like we're going to have a clean rune split. No one going to get too bloody here. Nana snapping it up down bottom. Over top, we are going to have that mid TA going forward. So I'm very excited to see what the CS looks like. 2 or 3 minutes in, Invoker versus TA. I think it's all going to come down to individual execution.
Yeah, pretty much, right? I mean, Jabs is the Fairy Fire. You can get some plays going or something, but Anna should be relatively fine. And everything's pretty well the same. Zaki's starting with the Windlace, so not going for any sort of a greedy 4. It looks like he will be trying to help out in that bottom lane.
He might just jungle.
Yeah, I mean, he still can. He can definitely get stacks off, too, at the same time, but like not going for like the straight Iron Talon or something, It is true, though. He doesn't necessarily require it.
Alright, down bottom we've got our Axe and Undying dual laning up together. That could change a couple minutes in, but for now they're a formidable duo, lots of strength going their way, and well, Sven's gonna have a slightly more difficult time getting what he wants to, but he should still be alright. He's got 8 tangos for regen if he needs it, and look at that. Barely even tickled by that decay.
Ready to go here.
Yeah,
Tangos are so good versus Undying, too, because you get, like, damaged up. It keeps hitting you with that decay, you back off, get a couple Tango stacks going, and you get the solid regen, right? Because you're lower on HP numbers overall. Same with salves, really.
Alright, Burrow Strike coming in. They are going to keep this Sven just casually farming, not going to pop a Stormhammer just yet. Although Axe is getting a couple of last hits here. You kind of want to keep him a little bit farther back. The earlier he gets his blink, the more terrifying this lineup is. Meanwhile...
Yeah, he's going to be that big facilitator, just like our Slidar was supposed to be last game.
Mid lane, TA taking a lot of harass, even just these melee creeps doing a number on her. So she might have to sit back. She's got her salve, she's got a tango if she absolutely needs it, but wants to play a bit safer.
Brian, a Sunstrike here. Perhaps.
Yeah, I was looking at the health bar, making sure, like, oh god, I'm totally gonna miss it.
It's so low early on, though, so... the more I think about this this pick from Wen here, it's really solid, because they see the Undying, and they know it's going to be a duel in off lane, so they just run a slightly harder hero these days than the Nature's Prophet, right? There's a reason we don't see him so much anymore, but I think it's a single Vengeful Spirit. Like, there's really not too much they can actually do up against him. He's going to have a very good time with Treants just manipulating the waves.
Nana here getting very, very low, having to dodge out those side blades, standing way far back from the wave. Oh, look at that. Takes one right to the face, and maybe Jabs tries to dive this a little bit. Has those refraction charges going, but not going to get anything just yet. I'm so scared to take my eyes off this lane, but bot, we could have some action going down there. Will be a battle hunger coming out onto Afu, trying to land something. They will be able to go in. Light Strike Array does connect onto the axe. They bring the Undying though. He's got so much strength. They are going to have odd shit going in. There's the Stormhammer connecting onto the axe, and that's going to be enough to get the axe down. Hopefully, one or two more hits should do it. He's going to be salving up, trying to get that Fairy Fire going, but meanwhile, the Tombstone up. They are going to get another Light Strike Array landing. The Sunstrike from Nana
nice
is
save.
enough to secure the kill onto the axe over here. Sven now able to chase down the remaining prey. They are going to have Undying swapping around. He's got a bazillion decay stacks.
Waiting for the 2-man decay.
Yeah, but
It's like
okay.
the only way I live.
I mean, they've got enough damage there, the Burrow Strike, to keep him locked in place. And he's going to be doing what he can, but again, no points in Soul Rip. So goodbye, son. He's going to go for the Fairy Fire, actually having to walk back from the axe. Lena, can she get it done with Dragon Slave? Oh, he's still
come
alive.
on.
8
He is sick now,
HP.
too.
Afu now could be in some trouble there. They're going to bring the axe in. Doesn't have that battle hunger. Doesn't have the battle hunger ready. Doesn't have the call leveled. So I think this is the end of the engage. But that
Invoker's
Undying.
clarity. Let's see if he goes for it. Nah, he's not. He's like, it's too YOLO. Can't waste all my mana. Damn.
Oh man, Fei Mao has to count some lucky stars because that was absurd.
I mean, that could have been a total disaster there for the Radiant if they didn't get that Sunstrike on top of the axe too, right? Like, he almost got away as well.
Alright, so we've got our action heating up at the bottom lane, but up top, Drow Ranger actually getting some decent farm for herself. Her and TA gonna be our last hit leaders at this point, 4 minutes in.
How is he doing? 14 last at top for win. That's awesome.
I mean,
So
he's,
good.
he's got a little tree army to do his bidding for him, so he's not exactly getting stacked in terms of XP. Overall, he's
Yeah.
going to be sitting at level 5, so he's out leveling the Drow by a little bit, but of course that's dual lane versus solo lane XP. Down bottom, we're going to have a stack coming in. Afu, able to go, should secure her level 3 off the back of this fairly easily, but Axe going in, trying to contest. That's going to be pretty unfortunate. Axe is going to be double damaged up. They're going to bring in the Undying. Lena might actually be in some serious trouble here. Yeah, Tombstone popped up. Lena, you are in a world of hurt. Do they have the
She made the
Sunstrike
right
to
play,
drop?
though.
Yeah, she's going to be going in, sacrificing herself. They should be able to get the Axe in the back lines. They toss up the Stormhammer, and that's going to be a very dead Axe.
Gold. Get it. Get the gold.
Get it, get it, get it. Oh, no, it's
nice
denied.
play. Check mark, check mark, check mark. That was good. Good deny. I really like that pull by her because she's pulling them away from Ajit, right? They're allowing him to get farm under the tower, even though it's not necessarily good for the, like, because there is no lane stabilization. There's no creep equilibrium in a lane with an axe. You can just run in and suddenly your whole wave just disappears at once. So holes and everything, it's just used to try and keep them away from his farming potential. Is Ajit possibly in trouble? Nah, they won't chase it.
Yeah, Undying just going in, beat bopping him a couple of times, but Sven's still scary. I mean, even though he's not nearly as farmed as last game, he's still definitely kind of potent. You don't want to YOLO into him. He doesn't have a Stormhammer, but he's got that little toggle if he wants to try to go for something cheeky with that end.
And
Alright.
mid lane, Nana managed to survive. Did his thing. He's now got that Quas up, so 2 full points. This is kind of like the area where you're just like, he shouldn't really die. And he's got some smoked up spores to help him. Expecting a dive from the level 6 TA, trying to use those traps. Especially with no Wex and Ghost Walk.
Are they going to wrap around? It's going to be a difficult task to break that refraction level 3 already. She doesn't have any Meld Strike, so they don't need to go for Vision. There's going to be a Templar, rather
here we
a
go.
Nature's Prophet coming in. Burrow Strike to follow up. Light Strike Array, Cold Wall. Goodbye, Templar Assassin. They try everything they can. Now Boombell goes in to try to help save your buddy Cinder at its finest here, as this is going to be Boombell diving away, going under tower, and that's going to be a Dragon Slave, along with one bot from the Nature's Prophet Treant to finish everything off.
How about a tower, too?
That
Stick
could
around
be.
and pressure this. I don't think they can fully get it.
Are fortified.
That'd be kind of crazy if they need rotations. The Dire, man, they're going to creep up with an axe.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wow, they are not going to defend this. I mean, they have a Drow. They have an
Dire's
Undying.
middle tower is under attack.
He is TP,
Radiant
but
structures
unless
are
they're just going to let it go.
Meanwhile, down bottom,
Devastating.
there's going to be a TP in from the Sven who's going to toss out the Stormhammer, focusing down Fei Mao instead of the Axe. Axe feels content diving this, though. He's still sitting under tower. Oh, that's going to be a nice little ultimate. Now there's going to make a
Now mid.
Axe sandwich.
Jabs.
Oh, God, what's
Dead?
happening?
Oh, that's so bad. No, cannot do. Can't die twice before 7 minutes of TA.
I got the kill down bottom. I feel
That's
good.
okay. That's fine. Oh,
Uh,
top lane now. When on the kills? Disaster.
Oh,
3
God.
heroes dead.
All of a
Drow
sudden-
lineup 7-1 at 7 minutes.
It looks so good. Signature.Trust looked like they had such successful lanes. It looked like they could actually get this done with a free farming drow and an axe that was actually controlling up the Sven, but oh no, everyone's dead all at once. Zaki may end up going down, but they're actually just going to go straight back in onto the axe. Stormhammer connects. He's got himself a call if he absolutely needs it, but Zaki just waiting for the battle hunger to tick out. Can go back in for that burrow strike into Sandstorm, and I think that might be the play here as Aji readies up for another Stormhammer.
They just wait for the cooldown on Stormhammer. It's like, yeah, you're dead.
That call is actually going to be pretty successful. Can they actually get Zaki down? Nuh-uh. The courier's standing right under Axe's nose looking for something, but...
That was risky. Man, could like dunk that courier if they weren't careful.
Speaking of risky, up top we have two Radiant heroes looking to go in. You've got the Lina and the Nature's Prophet. They're going to hatch out some little tree ants, but there is going to be Vengeful Spirit on the back lines looking for that stun. Maybe they can get something done here as there'll be a rotation in from the Undying to go in. Magic Missile onto Wen. And now Afu going to get nuked down by arrows. Not quite sure where she was going. Maybe just allowing for that Nature's Prophet TP out.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh man, this is just...
Yeah,
I mean, at least they get something back, right? But it looks like
Dire's
Radiant
bottom
would be
tower
kind of that drow lineup strat that you're thinking about, right? We talk about how they need to beat the timing, but Ajit just totally mixed up his gameplay. Like,
yeah,
okay,
I mean, look
well,
at his builds compared to last game.
that's because they're just in his lane. Like, there's no point in going for Great Cleave, right? It's not going to do anything for him right now. I'm not sure if I'm down with like the full 4 points, but I mean, at this point, sure, why the hell not? But the fact that he won't be able to like now back into his jungle and start farming now that he has that space is my only issue with it, because I think he still wants Warcry up against a TA and a Drow Ranger. So.
Oh man, they dive in. They should be able to get the kill on the axe as well. Actually, a little bit of a danger coming out when, or rather, Zaki taking a lot of damage, but Nature's Prophet able to go through, get another kill onto the axe. That puts Nature's Prophet at 3-0-3. Got himself drums, got himself a big chunk of pennies on top of that. Nothing on the Dire Courier, or rather the, where are you looking? Yeah, there's going to be just wards on the Courier, so it's not like he's sitting on a Midas or anything, but he's still doing fantastically in terms of farm for 10 minutes in.
Yeah, speaking of which, TA is actually doing way better than I would have expected. Kind of crazy. Dies twice, but just had enough lasts. The only thing is TA again is kind of similar to like Sven in that essence that you really want to be up, right? You need to be the #1 net worth hero at like 11 minutes. That's your hero. I mean, if you're not, the game is going extremely poorly. You need to be like at least the second highest, but 2 heroes fully up above her on the rating side by a fairly good margin too, like 200, 300. Has he taken a second point? Okay, he has gone back for the cleave. This is why I'm not a big fan of level 4. I definitely.
Oh, it's
like
happening. Where is it?
2.
I hear a Sunstrike.
I think it was just scouting,
Okay.
or just farming a range creep, one or the other. But yeah, the downside being now, like he's not gonna have Warcry for this big burst of like group up from the side of Signature.Trust, and that could be their good moment for them. I'd rather see like a 2 points in Stormhammer kind of deal once they'd actually start winning.
Alright, we're gonna have Undying doing his thing. He puts the tombstone under the tower. The gust comes out. Lakel's trying to do what she can. There's gonna be the silence coming back on through the burrow strike latches. There is gonna be the Sunstrike coming out as well. Goodbye, says the Laguna Blade. Now Boomfell getting Life Striker right in place and should be falling down as well. That's gonna be another kill. Vengeful Spirit cannot manage to stay alive here. Trees blocking Phanos' path. He's gonna be flesh golemed up, but it's not gonna be enough to save his life. He's gonna get plummeted down. Warriors Gaming Unity now 12-2. They keep their tower up. The tombstone gets blasted down, and this is just gonna be a disaster coming out for Signature.Trust.
Yeah, fantastic play today from Warriors Gaming, and also just fantastic drafting. This Nature's Prophet pick was so good. A hero that we just don't see so much anymore, but spawning a lane that you knew he was going to be fine, and then, like, we knew right away that the second they let that Sven through, that was the key signal of, we're going to try and beat your Sven. We're going to try and run at you faster than Sven can farm up his Ancients, and we're going to try and win all our lanes using an Undying and everything like that. And so they just pick up this Nature's Prophet, because the key to winning those lanes early is outnumbering, right? Like, manning and out-rotating. So you have a Nature's Prophet that can TP in, try and tip that scale of numbers back towards your favor in every single team fight, and then he can also come in on these ganks to pressure towers themselves on the Radiant side. Like, they've lost 1 tier 1 in the top lane and have knocked down all of the tier 1s for the Dire.
Yeah, something else to note is that Vengeful Spirit was trying to get some scouting vision onto Sven, but ends up just putting Wave of Terror on his Ancients, making this a little bit easier for him. Some of them, the black dragons took it. I mean, he got Wave of Terror as well, so a little bit tougher for him. Now there's
he got one!
Oh, Venge!
Nice!
You doing it? Oh no, the dominated creep. Run, little kobold. Do it.
That was pretty sick. Cool, big black dragon. I'd be pretty happy as Boomfell.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely something, but Sven probably feels a little bit grateful that The Ancients had a bit less armor. Now there is going to be a sandwich here onto the Lina. Fu might end up paying the price here. This is going to be a Meld Strike coming in. Light Strike Array, though. Oh.
That sentry, though.
Yeah, that is going to be some nice vision coming out.
Can they get here in time? Zaki, save me!
She will lose her life for this, but they might be able to actually get a big kill off this. Zaki gonna get silenced up. They have the raw damage. Zaki in some serious trouble. The rest of his team bails. So again, save your buddy syndrome. Sig.Trust pulled 2 kills where there shouldn't have been any.
Yeah, that's like the first time we've really seen one of those mistakes from Warriors Gaming, honestly. And Drow lineup, though, and this is why Drow is so good, is you make these mistakes, they get punished.
I mean, Nature's Prophet going to be going in for that tier 2 trade, just booking it straight into the Roche Pit Invoker. We'll scout this out, he knows what's going on. Can the Radiant actually rotate in quick enough, though? Look at this Roshan melt.
Yeah, it's just like virtually no way. At least Jazz went for Blink before Deso, and now actually does get his Blightstone picked up here. So that is gone. Okay, solid stuff here from Signature.Trust. They're executing when it counts, I suppose. Oh, they're gonna block them in.
Oh, Nature's Prophet going in. Fei Mao gonna be the first to go. The Soul Rip comes out. They're looking for something. Psionic Trap popped out. Nana drops the Meatball. Should be able to burn through those refraction charges. All of a sudden, Epicenter doing so much work. Swap back in the back lines. Everything's going down. Very split fight. No one gonna die just yet. A Hero Sunstrike coming in. It's not gonna connect. Jabs is still alive. We'll get Burrow Striked up. We'll have that Aegis popped. They should be able to get a number 2 kill as they do have that Stormhammer coming up from Sven. Can she get away in time? Oh, golly, no.
Oh, so nice little cleanup there just to get rid of that Aegis and kind of keep their own momentum rolling, right? You really don't want that Aegis giving you any sort of hesitation as they start approaching towers to try and get stuff all synced up properly and correctly, but now they can just continue applying pressure as if nothing had really happened. It is a nice gold boost over to the dire side, though, so it was a solid maneuver from them to take that down really quickly, understand the benefits of their whole Drow draft here, and it gave a lot of gold over to like someone like Abba now, who's very close to this Blink Dagger.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Very
attack.
early here from Ajit before the Echo Saber.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I like it. I like it in this case. I think they need to be fighting. They need to be up there. Will be a Burrow Strike disconnect onto Fei Mao. Oh God, no! Undying.
How did that stun not hit me,
Dropped
though?
right from the base there. Will be a magic missile connecting onto Ajit. There's gonna be a silence. Nice 4-man call. They bring in everyone here. Actually be able to go and take his fill of all these Radiant heroes, but Nana's still alive, still juking. And will be one of the lone survivors here. Gonna get cornered in, slapped out like a middle school bully. The only survivor is the Sand King. Gonna be TPing back to this top lane. Oh golly, what just happened there?
That's a little bit of an overextension once again here from Warriors Gaming, right? Maybe feeling a little bit more invincible than they truly are. Gotta respect the damage. Someone like that Axe and again, like this is why I know I'm kind of harping on it, but like 4-point Stormhammer, every single point of Warcry is doubling your team's armor up against quite literally an entire team of physical damage. The only magical damage, or really that's not physical, is like decay, right? Because it's just kind of it's removing your HP. It is magical damage on top of that. It's every single point counts. So the 4 points in the Stormhammer is just maybe a bit too much. And then the fact that I understand going back with the full cleave for sure, because he needs to farm up and get these bigger items. That's why he's not as farmed as last game. But dire side looking good. I mean, that was a fantastic call, right? What else can you do against a 4-point
Boom Bell tries to get that deep ward. Will probably pay the ultimate price for that. The Stormhammer comes in. They should be able to take out Lakel's as well. The swap back every which way. Boom Bell still alive, just barely eating up that wand. Lakel's trying to go out. There will be a TP out. Do they not see Boom Bell? Oh my goodness. On the back lines, Lina gets picked off over here in the rest of the jungle. There will be everyone rotating back on in. They got the Flesh Column going in. Ajit gonna get slowed up, has zombies on him. Psionic Trap coming through. Wen doing the best he can. There will be a Meld Strike coming out. Stormhammer's popping through, and just no clear target in this fight.
Oh, nice.
They're finally able to take out the Tombstone. There should be the Sunstrike finishing off Fei Mao. Finally, Sven able to get a double kill. They're looking for more here. They know the TA's right there. Do they have the AoE? The dust comes in. She goes for the blink away, but Sven follows up immediately, able to burn out those refraction charges pretty quickly. The Burrow Strike should get the job done, and that's going to be Jabs trying to sit there. Psionic Trap popping every which way. They got the refraction back. Once again, Zaki with the Meld Strike is so low, but it's not going to be enough to take him down all the way, as that's going to be 3 heroes dead on the side of Signature.Trust.
Back and forth and back and forth. Things were starting to look pretty good there, but this TA just can't quite progress into that Deso. Man, that would have been huge if she's able to get that before dying once more. But now an interesting smoke. Abba looking to be the hero again.
He was trying. He didn't.
Do it is the question. Or are they, more like, are they going to be grouped up? They really are.
Oh my, that's going to be 2 down, but they dropped the Meteor here. Laguna Blade as well. That's going to be a very dead Axe. He wanted to get something done. He does get down the Sand King, so not able to go in for the Epi. But oh man, Ajit just manning up. There's going to be a swap back. Boom Bell says, all right, I will be the sacrificial lamb here. Can they actually get the drow down as well, though? The tornado going to be just a little bit shy there. Not a whole lot of points plopped into that Wex. So unfortunately not able to actually go through and catch out the drow. She's going to be trying to do some damage onto Wen. Now here they are going to be able to get the return kill onto Afu. So at least they get something for their troubles. Very, very chaotic fight overall, but you've still got your Nature's Prophet now pressuring the top lane, so keeping Sig on their toes. They have to constantly keep reacting to what's going on.
Very chaotic game overall, honestly. But it's just been back and forth, up and down, every which way. The only person who's been like consistently up there would be Wen, really. Like 4, 1, and 12. Having a hell of a good time.
Yeah, I mean,
Farm
TA's
all
been
over the
doing
map.
alright too. Like, I thought she'd have a bit of a tougher time getting all her farm, but she's going to be almost a desolator.
She's very firm considering it feels like she keeps going down. Like she dies after the Roche engagement and dies again right there, but she gets to pick up on the Lina, and that's the finished Deso now. So she can fly that out to herself.
There she goes.
Haste!
Let's take a look at this axe. He went for the Vanguard. What's he going to go for next? Does he finish off Crimson or go for something else fun and useful?
Probably Force Staff, just because the TA is farmed enough that I think that's alright. Crimson Guard would be okay. Nah. I think Force Staff's probably the item.
Alright, we'll see if he's going to go pick up that little blue stick. Taking his time, just going back in, taking these creeps out. Meanwhile, our Sven, our other big guy on the map, going to be surpassing that TA's net worth very shortly, as he's going to be picking up what looks to be that Assault Cuirass. Is that just going to be casual Hyperstone, or Moonshard, or what?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking about a casual Hyperstone last game too, just because the way the game was going. I was like, man, casual Hyperstone would be really sick right here. Probably, like, who used to do that? Was it Ritzy who started that? No, it was CTY. That's right. Ritzy was the headdress builder, but CTY
yes.
always used to do like casual.
Radiant's middle
Oh, the
tower
scan!
is under attack.
Radiant's game sense is absurd. They know exactly what's going down here. They should be able to group up and get ready for this.
Probably the eventual AC, just because, again, it's all that physical damage, right?
bottom
Has
tower
to stack
is
up
under
into that.
attack.
And he didn't go Echo
Alright,
Saber. Nice
going
point.
in. Zaki gonna be going out. The Gust does connect. Call, though, gonna be completely off the mark. Jab's gonna get healed up, but the Sunstrike, oh my!
Dire's top tower is
Sub
under
10
attack.
HP going down, and so Jab should be able to TP away, and that means the rest of the Dire have to book it out of there. They've got Afu coming in. They ping out Lakel's. Are they able to go through and get the catch? The Sprout
big
does
pick.
latch. Oh, Drow Ranger got nothing she can do about this. Just has to sit there and wait.
Balin, they're helping Sven. Team,
Dire's bottom tower
I need you.
I mean, they should be able to get this down. The call comes in. Laguna Blade, Burrow Strike, Hello Axe. It takes a lot of resources, but they're able to get it done. But Afu pays the ultimate price for that. She just wanted to help her core. She won't be returning to feed her children.
Yeah, see the way she just like runs into the enemy, trying to slow them down from the rest of her team. Like she knew she was dead, so instead of like trying to escape, she's like literally runs right. Like hoping to make sure they all get out. And if she hadn't done that, something like that, Nature's Prophet actually could have gone down. So solid play. And speaking of which, he picks up that Orchid. I like this, but yeah, this Sven build's actually gonna make a ton of sense this game. 4 points
Alright.
Warcry and AC. Dota 2. Not
Definitely.
spreading your damage across multiple types.
Dota 2, man. We've got a big ol' 1v1 going down here. Is Boombell going to get burned down? Deafening Blast going to TP back to base and should be able to get out just fine.
Dire's top tower
But
has
that just
been
zones her
denied.
effectively while this top tower goes down. So Warriors Gaming Unity making little steps. Not as triumphant as they looked in game number 1, but still holding on to about a 5,000 gold advantage.
Yeah, that's less than you'd probably expect, just because of like how firm this Nature's Prophet is. But he has kind of detracted away from some of that farm from the Sven, as well as the fact that he didn't go Cleave Max first overall, taking that Stormhammer first, just because of the way the laning stage was going. Oh wow, that is quick. Woo! Jabs.
The truth is all around
Really
you,
shreds
but
that
it
Lina.
hides from the
Now he has
that's Templar Assassin.
2,500 gold. Is that BKB coming up next?
One would expect so for sure. Like Jabs just needs to be the total focal point and allow someone like that Undying. You know, like when they're all hitting Tomb, and you just want to BKB and crush everyone who tries it. Feels pretty good, man. It's very similar to like Phoenix and that Supernova.
Up top,
Top lane, yeah.
Zaki. He's got his
Thank
blink.
God they ping so much, eh? It's so easy to find when they're gonna gank. Bing, bing, bing! Oh shit! Up top!
Alright,
Good lord.
Abba. Gonna get very, very low here, but Undying able to go and steal some of those decay stacks. Meanwhile, okay. No one pinged this one out. Gotta do it all on my own. Lakel's getting very, very low, but Boombell's gonna be the first to fall in when he doesn't have that sprout. Oh, but they've got a burrow strike.
New life will make its
Bit of a
home
wasted
amongst
tomb,
your
though.
bones.
That's a big cooldown, too. 70 seconds? They might be able... actually, there's no towers left because Wen's been doing his thing.
Yeah, but Wen gonna get some nice gold off of this. Almost 2k on top of that orchid that he picked up like 4 minutes ago.
Man, that's ridiculous. 200 gold? Oof. What a nerf. Man, that's a lot of money. That's like 2/3 of a lone druid bear. And think about how much easier Tombstone is to kill. No wonder this hero got like completely ignored.
Well, Wen.
Bye, friend.
Okay, so
Blink.
TA can now 3-shot pretty much everyone. The problem is, can Warriors Gaming Unity clump up close enough to where that's not an issue?
They're gonna try a smoke play for now. Oh, this would be sick if they manage to steal that stack. Stack or Roche, obviously, but yeah, Dire Side probably got this on the mind.
You gotta get Sven that stack. They're coming in though. They've got jabs.
Oh, this is a bad fight for the Radiant. This
Oh,
would be really
this
bad.
could be a bottleneck at its finest.
Is under attack.
They're going in. Oh, they should be able to get the kill though. Jabs, gotta get swapped out. Boom Bell will get iced down. That's gonna be Vengeful Spirit out of the fight now. They're bringing another Tombstone Flesh Column here as well. BKB shown off by Jabs. It's gonna be Ajay trying to 1v1, but gets sucked into a call, and that should be a Sven going down. Culling Blade off the mark, but they still get the kill eventually. They put it on the Drow Ranger, and that's gonna be super impactful. Now Axe is gonna go straight for the stack. At least should try to get it down, and Roshan gonna be the next target.
Oh man, Warriors Gaming are goofing. Like, that's a very odd rotation. Like, your Nature's Prophet is dead, so he can't TP in and give you that benefit that he's been giving the whole time. Oh, Zaki's go over the plays?
No, no!
Alright, that was sick.
That was amazing. Well, they might be cornered here as they're going to go Ghost Walk up. They know exactly what they're at. Zaki going to get slapped down. They know Nana's still in the pit somewhere. Maybe trying to use that Lina to distract him up, but Lina can't afford to go down here. Psionic Trap connects. Those Frost Arrows just ripping her apart. But Nana is able to TP out safely, so unfortunately, no Roshan deny, no Aegis steal, but they get a couple heroes down in the Roche pit and immediately burn the Aegis, so that's for the best, I guess. Boom Bell up top is able to force back the Nature's Prophet, but still some pressure onto the tier 3s now.
Yeah, that's what this game's going to largely become, right? Overall, Signature.Trust is still very much a 5-man lineup. Jabs has been getting these great solo picks. That is going to start to kind of wane off. A little bit harder for that to consecutively keep on happening, but Wen will be able to keep up his split push gameplay, and great opportunity to seize the Roche. Nice little play to burn that once again, just so that you can't get that big push in too, right? And actually use that Aegis to pressure once more. The second time they've done that this game. And that's really scary just because these BKBs are now coming online for Signature.Trust, and it's a little bit harder for them to use them because they don't have that Aegis.
I mean, this Templar Assassin is doing phenomenally. Her farm has just continued to grow. She's now beating out the Invoker and the Sven. I feel like Sven should be starting to hit a bit more of a powerful peak right now.
Pull roots and run.
And he's got himself his completed AC, but again, I'm just not quite sure that's the item. Big smoke up here. They're trying to get the punish onto Invoker. This could be a huge kill. Is his game sense going to tinkle, or will he just feed himself?
I believe he half fed.
Oh no, the blink away. He's able to go in. They've got a sentry down, but
They
they're
don't
going to
have
lose vision.
dust? Oh, they don't have dust? Guys.
Oh, he knows they don't have dust, but Invoker also has no TP.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Drow
attack.
like running with dust or something? Nope. Still no dust. Okay, just gonna stick around. Wen's like split pushing bottom, and Nana's just waiting. Like, I'm so gonna kill one of you guys. You guys don't all TP out at once. Look, they just have to run as a trio.
Oh god, okay, the BKB has come in. Drow Ranger looking to get something done. The Gust comes out, he's silenced up. That's gonna be Invoker just kind of YOLOing into this, but Ajay goes in, gets that Stormhammer off Boom Bell, going down. But look at these Frost Arrows do their magic. He doesn't have the BKB, he can't get away from this. The call with the Blade Mail doing so much work in the back lines. He's got the Epicenter going in, but Locale's still alive. Gonna live through this as the Sand King is now the only survivor. Psionic Trap comes through, he has his Burrow Strike away. But they should be able to get him. No, he is going to be able to TP out. But that was a very costly fight for Unity. I don't know why they did those things.
Yeah, it's tough. They're 2,400 gold. So wow. They're not like using their advantage that they have in the split push, right? Like, Wen did draw them down bottom, and he had an escape out, but they tried to make this play a little bit too late and wisely. Like, very well played, I have to say, from Jabs once again. He's really been on point this game, not just in his own rotations around for like those solo pickoffs, but right there, the fact that he just totally beelined at top, right? And actually made it there in time to capitalize on the end of that fight, because without him, I don't think they could have cleaned them all up. He's just been all over this map. I had to check. I thought he had boots of travel. He got there so fast. really, really good game sense by him. Good prioritization.
Looking at the overall XP chart, it's now tipping over 5,000 for the first time this game in favor of Sig. They're getting their levels here. Looking at overall hero level, we got Jabs at 19. Our next closest is Sven at 16. Our supports have all hit their level 11s, but it's getting a little bit rough. If you're Sig.Trust, you're feeling like, okay, we got some hope. Unity, they started this out, what, like 9-2? Like 10-2?
Yeah,
it was
something like that.
crazy advantage, but they just kind of let it get to their heads, I guess, and they started making these YOLO plays and pushing a little bit too deep. I mean, their big hope is that they still got Sir Rat himself. He's been doing a nice job keeping pressure on whatever lane the fight's not going on in, but Wen is only one man. He can only do so much.
Yeah, Jab's only using one BKB charge so far as well. So he still has the full 9-second one left to go. That's going to be big for, again, just kind of cementing this experience lead they have. They just really want to convert that into like a big net worth lead. Try and ignore this Nature's Prophet. Try to ignore how fast this Invoker and Sven can also be farming around the map because of all the space that Wen's creating. They want to actually like pressure in, get some of these objectives, get these last few tier 2s, and try and boost a little bit of gold onto your supports. Get those good aura items. Like, do they even have a Vlad's yet? I don't think they do. Like those are the kind of items that they need right now.
Top tower is under attack.
I'll take your
Alright, we got some pings coming out.
Oh, Bell spotted out here.
Oh yeah, there's going to be the pings, but Jab's right behind him. Oh god, this is so dangerous. If the Radiant just wander into this, they're going to be in a world of hurt, but over here we've got the tier 3 going to get pressured. Should be dropping down with this next creep wave. There will be one TP back. It looks like Drow Ranger going to be the one to leave the party. Meanwhile, mid lane, Meatballs dropping to clear out creep waves. It's Warriors Gaming Unity just kind of ran out of steam halfway through this game.
Yeah, Signature.Trust just kind of
Dire's
found
top
that
tower
one
has
weak
been
point,
denied.
some bad rotations, I guess you would call it, from Warriors Gaming, and able to kind of spot them out. I haven't seen like spectacular warding really from them either, so it was just kind of good sense as to what they were up to. But the warding from the Radiant side has been very good. It's what's helping Wen do his thing, get all the way around this map, in which is being very cheeky right now.
Alright, smoke coming in. Afu, I believe you're going to regret this rotation.
Axe in trouble too here.
Yeah, we've got like basically everyone in trouble all around here. Wen trying to go in. There will be that call up Abba. Alright, that's going to be the first kill here. So call not going to be available, but they got the BKB. Oh,
Going
nice.
Jabs.
Ajit, come on, you got nothing here. That's going to be Jabs just taking out the Sven like it's nothing. On the back
Dire's
lines,
middle
the rest of the
tower
Radiant
is
kind of
under
scrambling,
attack.
figuring out what they do. Such a big source of the damage is now gone. With that Sven down, they can't fight. They're just going to let Dire tire themselves out, but it's looking like Sven really wanted to go for something else there. I'm not quite sure that AC is really what's making his game.
Yeah, it's understandable just because like the point they were at, but he doesn't have that blow up potential.
Hot or not?
Yeah. Stops the buy wards a little bit too late, unfortunately, but Nana able to TP out in time. You can already see the split push is coming in once again from Wentz, who's doing his thing, but look who's waiting. Abba vision. Can't see the pro. Oh, someone's pinging. Abba knows.
Haste.
I don't think he's going to...
And he's going to find him.
Oh, yep. Nice blink away, though. Goes in, calls the little tree ants away, and should be able to clean those all up with some nice spins.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Meanwhile,
under
down
attack.
bottom, we've got the tornado coming through, connects onto two, the EMP coming out, but they don't got anything else to follow up. Deafening Blast just holds the kills back for now. Cleans out the creep wave. Okay, we got a deep dive here. Jabs may have overcommitted for this one. Pops in the BKB. They are going to bring the epicenter, but
Nice
Jabs
force that.
not really feeling too hurt from that.
Oh,
Nana,
save
though.
Nana.
Oh, my. That is a godlike TA.
Wow. That is terrifying that you can just do that and get out. I mean, the BKB's wearing off. That was the
Radiant
8-second one.
structures are fortified.
She's got a
But these
butterfly
long
now.
durations. Yeah.
And 2k gold on top of that. I mean, that Invoker kill was just dirty.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay.
is under attack.
Honestly, it's actually crazy they pulled
Radiant's
this one
bottom
back,
tower
Signature.Trust.
has fallen.
That one fight down bottom with the 4-man call was the one thing that really kicked it all off from Abba, and it's played rather spectacularly. The overall positioning around this map. Unfortunately, he's an axe. Your kill score is never going to look like that good unless you get total godlike calls and everything. You're snowballing mega hard, but comeback axe is mostly just about calling and dying. He has facilitated a lot of kills here for Jabs.
I mean, our rat boy here is chipping on those exposed racks, but it seems like Dire having no trouble dealing with that, man. Look at Wen. He's trying so hard to go in and just
So
chunk
obnoxious.
down. Backdoor protection.
Dire's
That's not a
bottom
thing.
tower is under
Okay, now it's a
attack.
thing. as these creeps have been cleared out of base. But either way, you've got the Radiant. It feels like they're now really struggling to get their spend back online. Overall net worth dipping into Sig's favor for the first time since pre-10 minutes. And now overall XP going to be about 10,000 in favor of Sig. Warriors Gaming had this. They totally had this in their grasp. What happened?
Overextensions, right? Like diving past towers and they didn't need to. They had the right idea when it came to a lot of their damage sources and damage block, like going for the earlier AC because he didn't quite have that war cry. I think now you probably sack your magic wand and go back towards the Echo Saber, honestly. Like, maybe you get a crit first then go back, but I really do think that item is that absurd on Sven that it doesn't really matter what time of the game it is. It's just going to allow your burst potential to be so much higher. And instead, he feels like he's going to go for an MKB, which of course he does, and now he's just going to be like Echo Saberless Sven all game. Makes me sad. So good with God Strength.
Alright, TA, she's going in. She's got 2k gold on top of Butterfly. There's going to be a big smoke up from the rest of the Dire Heroes. They can go in and get some nice picks in the Radiant Jungle. Also just going to hop straight in the Roche Pit, because, you know, why not?
I love Jabs carrying around tangos too. Just like a damn nature's prophet.
It's
Gotta use these things instantaneously. No cooldown.
eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Eco-friendly Quelling Blades.
Fallen to the dust.
Well, either way, she's going to snap herself up in Aegis, so no more tangos for her. I guess her second life is how she plans to get out of that sprout. Now bottom lane, blink in. Zaki trying to man up here, but I think he's going to sorely regret that. They've got the follow-up, they've got the chase. A call comes in, the blade mail as well. Zaki, oh, poor little buggy, going to get culled down. Tries to help himself out with that Ghost Scepter, but only allows for the inevitable.
Yeah. Again though, like look where the waves are.
I mean, they're all pushed in. They
Wen's
just-
been doing such a good job. Oh, is he? Yeah, good call. Yeah, it's good that he not do that again. Would have been in trouble. Magnum Scepter now down here for the Drow as well. Down here. And we'll see if she goes for that Maelstrom next. Probably will be the build. We've all seen it. It's damn good. Lightning God. Wow, Afu is poor. Holy shit. He's been buying a lot of wards.
Yeah, he got nothing. Not even 4k net worth here at 34 minutes.
Then has the MKB done. Necessary evil, unfortunately, this game, thanks to that butterfly. Dab's just waiting here. See if it pays off. Surprised he's not waiting over here, actually, or like somewhere a little bit closer, but I guess he couldn't get there unnoticed.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Wow, if this actually paid off for him. I don't think he can kill SG.
Oh, he token.
Oh, actually, Warcry was on cooldown. He probably could have.
Either way, TA just backing off, taking the wave, and there was some fair rat pressure from the Nature's Prophet. Look at this. They got like 90 damage done to this
Hey,
Rex.
he's gonna get like 30 more once the wave finally gets there. Dire side doing a much better job now, though. Not able to push out that mid lane on the Radiant side, and camping up top with Jab.
Oh,
was
God.
Man, that change, so good.
They're looking. That's gonna be down bottom. Everyone getting feisty
she's
and ready
here
to
now.
go. Drow Ranger is double damaged. Look how far away Lakel's can stand and just rip apart this tower. Sprout comes in. Oh God, Jabs. No mercy.
Radiant's bottom
Coming back in. Jabs died 4 times. Looked a little bit rough for the TA at first, but now 14 kills, making that all worthwhile.
Becky needs to make plays, but they see him. So much this is on sinking. It's too late. Melee already dead, though.
Radiant's bottom
Kel
There was
still
no
sticking
point
around.
fighting.
Tornado coming through. Won't connect on anyone.
Oh, other tier 2 still up, and they cleanly escape. So Signature.Trust firm grasp on this game at this point now. Like, it was hard when there wasn't a lane down, and they actually had to manage a lot of this equilibrium and everything, but now that bottom lane is going to be a constant nuisance. You know Nana's probably going to end up, like, lurking down and around here for the majority of the time, and they can start putting some wards, some vision inside that area, some sentries, and keep an eye on it. But now Nana? Jab's just feeling totally fearless.
This might be a bit of a mistake, as Jabs, again, this time going to be the overcommitter. They waste their full kick here. Oh, Abba gonna jump in. We'll get that blade mail call. Nana gonna get chunked down. Okay, everyone else is trying to bail out. Abandon ship. Meanwhile, up top, Wen doing Wen things. Nature's Prophet might get some chip damage onto this Rax, but at what cost there? Your Invoker
Dire's
going
top
down for the
barracks
4th
are
time this
under
game.
attack.
Yeah, it's smart to send the axe back, too, because he uses boots of travel, so he might actually be able to kill Wen.
Yeah, that Nature's Prophet stuck around way too long. Meanwhile, down here, there is going to be a beyond godlike streak as Jabs still up, still fighting, takes down Lena. I mean, poor Lena is just
Radiant's
trying so
middle
hard, but
tower
she's got
has
nothing.
Wow, it is actually absurd that
Radiant's
they pulled
middle
this game
tower
back.
is under attack.
Crazy good
Radiant
start,
structures are
but
fortified.
a lot of it just coming down to not quite getting the right itemization, skill builds perhaps. It was like a big combination of a couple things.
Oh, Sand King.
Oh, maybe.
He's going in for something. He's going to be getting off that ulti, but it's just not doing enough. Boombell going to be the only one getting low for this. Alacrity up Ajit, but it's still not doing enough. He's just so squishy. It feels like the Sven has just got no survivability, going to get stunned up. Just the magic missile doing so much work. This is going to be the GG.
That's it.
They've got no buyback. Sig.Trust able to take game number 2 off of Warriors Gaming Unity. They started so strong and just overcommitted and made little mistakes, and I guess a Drow strat really can punish that so effectively.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like one overextension, great calls, again, by the Axe player. Did a very nice job, but there was just that kind of weird, like, things had to be tweaked because of the way the lanes came out for Signature.Trust. They had to tweak in order to win those lanes so heavily and so hard, and Sven can't just go into full farm mode, so he's a little bit slowed down. They overextended past that tower in the bottom lane. Amazing swaps by Boombell, for sure. Like, he played a great Vengeful Spirit this game. There were so many situations like that. Laguna Blade that he even tanked up near the secret shop as well. Oh, he did so well. He saved that TA in that draft so many times. I'd say probably standout player this game for Warriors Gaming, but of course Jabs, man, this guy is a machine. He really knew how to pressure and push the advantage with that Templar assassin, just blowing up that Lena every chance he got.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a reason we see TA banned against this team a whole bunch. And again, going into game number 3, I'm excited to see what both teams pull out because, I mean, these are very different drafts from game number 1, and this time it was very successful. So we'll see what gets banned, what gets picked up next. Stick around for more Moonduck coverage of Mr. Cat coming up in just a few minutes.